Well, it's Thursday night at Tiny Box Vape Shop Kennedy, the premier #1 vape shop in all the United States of America. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for episode 5. Leo, what do we know about 5?
5 is a prime number.
There's 5 rings in the Olympic symbol.
And don't forget, you have 5 senses, and all your 5 senses are telling you it's time for the Chino Brothers, brought to you by Tiny Box Vape Shop.
Woo!
What do you think of that one? That's the new one.
I love it. I love it.
That's
And
the new one.
I got $5 in my pocket. No,
I'm having 5.
You know what I remember about the 5?
What's that?
Back in the day when we were poor, and I'm not that far from poor, but back in the day when we were really poor, Mike's saying was, I would dig through a pile of poop for a nickel, and I was like, I don't know if I'm that poor yet, but I get what you're saying. So,
I don't know if it was 1 nickel though. I felt like it was like if there was $5 of nickels in a big pile of crap, I'll dig through it and individually get those nickels out for that crap. I don't know if it was just 1 nickel though, Adley. I could be wrong though.
What if it had corn in it? Would you still dig through it, you think?
Now, see, if I was that poor, I'd get a snack out of it as well. Is that what are you enticing me with food? Is that what you're saying? Like,
I don't know. I wondered about that too, because that's one of the old sayings is like, man, that's how tough things were back then. We would dig through Dookie to get paid.
I probably would have. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, like, well, you know, it's weird because I was talking with Bryant last night. Like, you know, my homeboy Bryant from West Covina.
Oh yeah.
So I was talking with him last night, and we used to work at this pizza shop together when we were kids. It was called Lamppost Pizza. It was in West Covina. Dude, this is how poor we were. Like, and I know that you and I were broke in college, but like, dude, this is how broke me and Bryant were. There was a wishing well in front of our pizza shop. Yeah, dude, you know where I'm about to go, right? There was a wishing well in front of our pizza shop. And me and Bryant would close the shop. But we had Street Fighter 2 in that shop, right? So Frank, he was the owner. I'm calling out names if it's in West Covina. I don't care anymore. I'm not afraid. He was the owner. And so he was like, okay, you know, you guys need to close by this time. And then Bryant was like the manager. So me and Bryant would just stay and play video games for hours, dude. Just like sometimes Frank would give him a roll of quarters, I feel like. But anyways, neither here nor there. One night, dude, me and Bri, we stayed up all night. I'm smoking cigarettes. We're hanging out at the pizza shop. And I was so broke, dude. We were so freaking broke. We climbed in this wishing well, bro. And we were wearing pants. So, like, you do that thing where, like, you stick your hand as far as you can in the wishing well. Like, let's see if I could just grab that nickel right there. And then before I knew it, like, the bottom of my shirt was wet. And I was like, all right, bro, it just is what it is. So I rolled my pants up. We start going trudging through this wishing well, digging pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. And we put them in this big, like, big gulp cup. We poured them all in this big gulp cup. And we counted them out, dude, and rolled them up and bought donuts over at Dunkin' Donuts. You guys had Dunkin' Donuts in Orange County or no?
Dunkin' Donuts. We have them here.
Or no, not Dunkin' Donuts. Winchell's. Winchell's Donuts. No, Winchell's.
That's more of an LA thing, I think. I don't remember in Orange County. Which they probably had them. I remember Yum Yum Donuts.
We had Yum Yum also. We had Yum Yum and Winchell's. Those were the 2 donut spots. But dude, Winchell's, they had these little donut holes. Like, I don't remember what they called them. I think they might have called them munchkins. These things were phenomenal, bro. Like, especially the ones with the rainbow sprinkles on them. So I was good. Like, when you were a kid, were you a donut guy or no?
I like the Yum Yum Donuts. We'd stop on the way to work from Orange County to LA, and there was a Yum Yum Donuts. And I'd get the cream-filled, like, scone round thing. Like those. I love those. Man, I'll eat a donut, though. Man, I like, you know what? Oh, Knott's Berry Farm.
I've never had Knott's Berry Farm donuts.
Oh, those are so good. So good.
Knott's Berry Farm donuts?
Yeah.
What's up, like, Brandon?
Yeah. And they were so good. Oh, my gosh, dude. But how much money did you get out of how much money did you get?
Oh, we probably got $7 or $8. Dude, I'm telling you, we were poor, dude. We were so broke. And like, it was rough, man. Like, granted, like, we weren't in Beirut or something, but my goodness, I remember digging them pennies out and then staying up all night with Bryant, and then we rolled them pennies. Oh, dude, it was rough. Dude, speaking of Knott's, you just brought up Knott's Berry Farm. Did you go on that field trip when you were a kid in Knott's Berry Farm to Pan for Gold? Did they do that to you kids in Orange County?
But they
Oh my
have that
gosh.
panning. I don't think they have it anymore. Actually, we went like 2 years ago, and they don't have it. They don't have it. It's all dried up and everything too. Did you find gold?
Dude, okay. I don't know if this was a San Gabriel Valley thing or like all LA but Orange County thing. Everybody I knew went on that crappy field trip. Dude, that was the worst field trip. Because you know where all them shops are at Knott's Berry Farm, like when you're walking up to the gate. So those weren't there at the time. It was like just a place where they pretended to pan for gold. But like you could see Montezuma's revenge from where you're panning from gold. Okay.
I know exactly where it is, and the train goes by behind it.
Yes.
Yes, I know exactly where it is.
So that would be our field trip. And dude, I'm telling you, every school in San Gabriel Valley, that was a field trip. So I can't say it was in like San Fernando or those guys, but like we would go, right? So you get there at like 9 a.m. Now, you know that feeling of pulling up at the amusement park because you see that first roller coaster and like you just start getting charged up. You're like, oh man, this is going to be the day. Like your mind's racing on all the rides you're going to ride and all that stuff.
Yep. Oh yeah, loved it.
You have that same feeling. But unfortunately, sir, you're not going on any rides today. You would just go and pan for gold and then go back to school or go back to whatever town you're from.
So you didn't get to go on any rides?
No, because you weren't in the park, dude. You weren't in the park. You were where those little shops are, like where the restaurants are when you're walking up the boardwalk to get to the gate.
Oh, that's awful.
I know, dude. And every kid had that field trip. Every kid.
That's like going to downtown Disneyland, but not going into the park.
It's worse. It's worse. It's like going to downtown Disneyland, but there's nothing there but like an old idiot pretending like they're a miner from 1949. Like
partner?
Exactly, like talking to you like they're from back then, you know, but you know they're not, you know what I mean? And you're just like, all right, man, can we get this done? Because I'm still watching people having fun and I'm not. Well, this is how we used to pan for gold. And then they're shaking the stupid pan back and forth. And you get like 3 flecks of like fake gold. It's like, bro, they put in a little vial like this, like a little cocaine vial of water. You took it home. Yeah, and then you rode the bus home. Like they kind of distracted you for a couple minutes while you were shaking the pan back and forth because you're like, oh, I'm gonna get gold. Oh, like you get kind of excited about that. But bro, when you pull up, you had that feeling. You had that like, oh, roller coaster, woo, woo, like every bit about it, bro. You're just like so excited about this roller coaster. And it's the effing mining, dude. Like some idiot pretending like he's a miner. He's like, howdy, da, 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 da. You know what it reminds me of?
No.
Did you ever watch that TV program, The Office?
Yeah. Oh, love The Office. Yes.
Did you ever see that episode where they all went to like, somewhere in Pennsylvania? Oh, they went to like King of Prussia in Pennsylvania. And everybody mistook that tall, weird guy for an Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
And he puts the hat on and he's making the speech and everything. What's the guy's name? Is his name Gabe, right?
Gabe. Yep.
Yeah. He puts his hat on. He's making the speech to all those kids and stuff. And he's like, and now I'm going out to the play. You know,
he's into it, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. Or when like Ben Franklin came and visited the office and he was spitting game at Pam. Do you remember that episode?
Yes. Yep. I remember that. Yeah.
And Jim's like, wait a minute, how can I guarantee? So like him and Dwight are trying to figure out he's the real Benjamin Franklin. Like that was how Knott's Berry Farm was, dude. There's some idiot pretending to be a miner. Like back in my day, it's like back in your day, what, bro? You were born in like 1976, dude. We're done. Or I guess maybe at that time, like 1954. It's like you are a guy who wanted to be an actor. It didn't work out for you.
So there was no kids like, because I'm thinking if I found a nugget, like a real gold nugget, I wouldn't tell anody. I'd slip it in my pocket.
There were no damn gold nuggets in there, bro.
There was nothing?
No, they put the flecks in there, Adley. They put a bucket of sand, then they put the little bit of gold in there, then they hand it to you.
How old were you at the time?
Probably 11. Dude, I'm telling you,
I'd be angry.
People, oh, look, that's my Uncle Dave right there.
Dave,
my Canadian uncle.
Bradford, Ontario. Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah, that's my Canadian uncle. So all Sherilyn's family, I just call him my family. We don't decipher like that. But yeah, Dave's my the homie. So, anyways,
it's my homie from iHeart. We worked at iHeart together. Isaiah, what's up?
There's a Winchell's Donut in Oildale. I'm not sure. I don't know where Oildale is.
That's Bakersfield.
Oh, it must be near your guys, right?
That's the tweaker part of Bakersfield.
Isaiah, did you go on that same field trip? Did they take you to Knott's Berry Farm? But anyway, yeah, bro. So going back to what I'm saying. So like we'd go on this crappy trip and it would be like The Office where that Benjamin Franklin guy, remember that? The dude pretended he was Benjamin Franklin on The Office and Dwight was like, hold on a moment. Da-da-da. How many episodes of The Office do you figure you've seen?
This is what I do. I'll start from the beginning. I'll watch and then you get sidetracked and then you watch. But I've tried to do it like just whatever Office is on, I watch. But man, there was a time I watched all of it. I mean, they had the DVDs. Remember when they were playing basketball?
You have the DVDs
somewhere?
Oh, really? Wow.
Maybe I don't know where they're at now, but this is like because that came out in what 2004.
Dude, you were the one that told me about it. You're like, there's this show. Yeah, you're like, there's this show with the 40-year-old virgin guy, and they put his face on a sex doll. And I was like, that sounds like a nutty show. So I watched. I was like, man, this is a really well-written show.
Yes,
and so I was
classic.
Well, I probably spun through it at least twice. It reminds me of when me and Sherilyn were dating. Like, there's just that nostalgic feel. But dude, have you ever made the mistake of being like, oh man, I've watched the whole Office, so you know what I should watch? The British Office. Have you ever made that mistake?
You know what? I feel like I've tried to watch it and just been like the humor's over my head or whatever. Like I don't get it. Like I don't understand it.
If by over your head you mean it's not funny, yes, you're correct. That show sucks, dude. That show is awful. That show is garbage, bro. That show is a monkey's butthole, dude. That show is awful. That show. Whoever wrote that show should get punched so hard in the mouth that they're spitting teeth, like like a Three Stooges thing. That would be funnier than their entire show. Like every episode of that show was garbage, dude.
How many episodes did you commit to? Because don't you feel like if someone's like, "Oh, this show's great, you got to watch it," you're like, "Well, how much time do I commit to this?"
Bro, I committed enough time to know it sucked, which was probably just like the first episode, which was the exact same first episode as The Office. Maybe I saw 2 or 3 episodes. But bro, like there's certain things that aren't funny that everybody wants to tell you they're funny. And there's certain things that aren't cool that everybody wants to tell you are like majestic. So like that movie Juno, like everybody's like, oh, the movie Juno. Or the Royal Tannenbaums. Oh, the Royal Tannenbaums.
Here's one that for me that everybody kept talking about was The Crown, right? And it's already 5 seasons in, and I'm all like, honestly, this is what I thought of it. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be cool. It's Queen Elizabeth when she becomes queen, whatever, blah blah blah, in England. And I'm like, and I probably watched about 4 or 5 episodes in, and then I was like, 1, this is moving super slow, and 2, they're disguising history as entertainment. This is a scam. I'm like, are you kidding me? I watched all this stuff, and I was like, I could have went on the History Channel and found. I could have went on YouTube and been, okay, just tell me about Queen Elizabeth. You know what? There's probably people out there. Like, whoa, I see a connection. The British Office, The Crown. They're both in England.
Dude, you can keep going down the British toilet as far as I'm concerned, man. I'm telling you right now, Monty Python, you're not funny, dude. I don't understand this Monty Python. Like, Benny Hill was kind of funny. I'll give him that, dude. And he was a British guy.
He's a perv. That's why he liked it.
I guess. Yeah, but like, I'm telling you right now, that Monty Python, he ain't funny. Stick it, bro. I'm not. You and Mel Brooks, man, can kiss off, bro. Neither of you are funny. Like, dude, nothing bothers me more when people try to get me to watch their dumbass humor. I'm like, bro, this is not funny to me. I'm being honest, man. Like, well, so like The Office sucked. That Office sucked. Like, dude, I'm telling you, there's so much garbage that people try to push on me that I'm like, it's not good. Radiohead, dude. They suck, man. I don't give a crap. I'll be the first to say it and the last to say it if I have to say it. You know, Radiohead sucks. People are like, oh, Radiohead. It's like, bro, they suck. Juno was such a great movie. Juno was a pile of dog crap, dude. That was the worst movie I've ever seen in the history of my life. Did you see Juno?
Yeah, that was about the 16-year-old that got pregnant.
Yeah, like, and everything she said was in slang. Like when they're like, Juno, would you like to come over here for dinner? Where'd the big bird? Anyways, my feezy. I'm like, bro, nobody talks like that. And then freaking, was it not, what was the dude? The actor from Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman was supposed to be a rock star at one point, so they're singing together, they're singing the Courtney Love song together, and he can't sing. I'm like, bro, how are you a rock star, bro? You are tone deaf. Like, come on, man.
So bad. It was like, even I remember Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I remember seeing it in a movie theater. And I'm like, oh, okay, there's this crazy stony guy that drives a Volkswagen, the bus, and it looks pretty cool. And then you go to the movies and there's like three parts with him, and it's about a girl getting pregnant, and it teaches you a lesson. You're kind of like, wait a sec, after school special, man. I totally got ripped off. I'm like, man, I paid good money for this, and there's 3 scenes with the guy. Spicoli, you know, that are pretty funny, but you're like,
well, plus it's like a raunchy high school comedy. You're like, ooh, and it's like, no, it's not.
Otis, Big O. Studio
Big O, dude.
Reunion in the making. Nice,
yeah, so I hit up everybody in Too Strong today, bro. Like everybody on Facebook on Too Strong, and I was like, look, we gotta have a Too Strong reunion on the show. So so far I heard back from Marisa, Otis, Thomas, and Martin. So wow. I haven't heard back from I haven't heard back from Randy or oh man, I can't remember. And I heard back from TJ too, and TJ as well.
Oh, cool. So just for the people watching, Too Strong was the old crew. This is before radio even. So Too Strong, it started, the steps were Too Strong Entertainment, and then the magazine came out, Too Strong and Poppin'. That's where we made the badges so we could, be the press and get backstage to different concerts and stuff. And
I almost wore my Too Strong shirt tonight. I was gonna wear my Too Strong shirt, but I didn't. Like I put it on, and then I'm like, oh, dude, it's too hot, and so I took it off. But.
Oh man, but yeah, so just people are watching Too Strong Entertainment, because that was our play on Tucson, because it's Tucson, but it's Too Strong and Poppin'.
Yeah, Too Strong and Poppin' was the newspaper, so we had a little e-zine. What's O say? I have the mountain pick we took. Oh yeah.
Yeah, shoot, DM that, man. I'll put that on the screen right now if you have it close. I don't know if you do or not, but yeah. I'd love to see that. Was that A Mountain? That was Arizona, A Mountain, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. The mountains. We were nature dudes too, huh? Kind of.
Like, well, we weren't like, we didn't go camping or anything like that, but like we like going out and walks in the wild. We went to that. I remember one time you and me went to that cactus forest, the saguaro forest. Okay. Chris Pearson says, "Hello guys, what's up, Chris?"
Hello guys. What's up, Christian?
But yeah, dude. So yeah, like I'm telling you right now, there's a bunch of scam TV programs and a bunch of scam movies, a good chunk of our life. And I've had it up to here. Bro, the Oscars, I hadn't heard of one of those movies. Had you heard any of the movies?
A lot of times we did. And here's something that you showed me, how to get movies for free on the internet. Was it Surf the Channel or something? One of these websites. And I would go.
What you're talking about.
Anyways, but I'd go through the Oscar list and be like, let me check out these movies and stuff. Yeah, the same thing. I was like, I don't know any of these movies at all. I couldn't do it.
And they're all garbage.
I couldn't commit the time.
How about this? I got a movie for you for the Oscar nomination. Big Daddy. I know it came out a long time ago, but it got snubbed back then, and it should get nominated now. You want to hear another one? Let's see. Billy Madison. That one should win the Oscar.
Classic.
Let's see. The Expendables. Now, how about Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme? He got snubbed.
What about remaking movies? This is a movie I think they should remake. I was just thinking about this week. Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh man, are you trying to bring politics into this again?
No, the guy died. Remember, and they got to drag him around and stuff, and they wave his arm. Hey.
Yeah, so you think they should remake? Dude, I think that would be weird to remake nowadays, dude.
I don't know if you could get away with it, but the plot is he's the big boss. These 2 dudes are brand new to the company. They discover that, hey, someone's ripping you off for millions. He's like, I'm glad you guys found out. Caught him.
But it's just going to be a shot-for-shot remake of Weekend at Bernie's.
I don't know. They could change it up a little bit, maybe modernize it. Tells from the 80s and stuff too. But dude, watch it, it's pretty funny.
I'm telling you, I don't think you can bring anything from the 80s into now. Like, you can't do it. Like, dude, Dirty Dancing. Like, dude, like they try to do it with what was that movie? Wolverines.
Red Dawn.
Yeah, Red Dawn. They try to do it with Red Dawn. Okay, if you watch the original Red Dawn, there is like a 47-year-old man, and maybe older than that. He was a pilot, hitting on a high school student. like hardcore, like you're pretty sexy, blah blah blah, and like it's just normal. I'm like, man, you can't do Dirty Dancing, a 38-year-old man hitting on a 16-year-old girl.
Creepy by any day, wherever you live at. Yeah, well, what about think about Revenge of the Nerds? The guys wearing the Darth Vader mask.
Oh my gosh,
super creepy.
That's assault, brother.
Yeah. And Lamar. Could you have love Lamar? Revenge of the Nerds, one of the most awesome. We got to find that song. Oh man, Big O, if you had your keyboard right now.
Dude, that should be our undertone. Like we should just play that the whole time. Clap your hands, everybody.
Everybody clap your hands.
All right.
But anyways, okay.
So yeah, dude, like entertainment, like I don't think we can bring the 80s into now. Like, and people who reminisce on the 80s, like, oh, it was so beautiful. Like I see it all the time. I'm like, it sucked. People were way more racist, and I didn't have a device with every song in the world in my hand.
Let me ask you this. Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, when the Goonies came out, did anybody call you Dada?
No. The Goonies wasn't
16 Candles.
That big, I don't think.
Did anybody call you Long Duck Dong?
No, I never really got that like type of stuff.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably like, dude, I'm a wild card though. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a very Asian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wondered about that too. But I kind of got it a little bit in college. A little bit.
Yeah, from Rolf and them. like from those white racists that you liked. I'm like,
dude, there was actually, and then even this is actually, it kind of didn't, I'd kind of jab back, whatever. He was a ginger, you know what I mean? So there's stuff to make fun of. But this, even when I worked at a place over here in Bakersfield, we got our Christmas party and some guy kind of laid off. And I don't know, it's a little bit serious, but, he'd kind of bring in some racial slurs. And dude, it got to the point where I was like, man, my inner sketch was about to go off. Like
Asian racial slurs?
Yeah. And you're just like, all right, dude, you're not funny. You know what I mean? So I don't know,
man. In my older age, I'm not about that life. Like, I'm not about that give a crap life. Dude, I'm not going to lie to you, dude. Like, I was in this little tiny Pennsylvania town, right? I'm selling Comcast. I'm trying to close this deal. And I had to call in. And when I call in, I had to tell them my name. So it's called Global. So you call Global. I'm calling Global. I say, hey, this is Mike, badge number 64274. And she goes, okay. And then she pauses and she goes, Ichimura? And I was like, man, I wish you hadn't said that. And I say, yep. And so we go through it. I hang up. The guy looks at me. He goes, Ichimura, huh? And I say, yep. And he goes, it's a Japanese name. I say, it is. And he goes, what'd you think about the internment camps in World War II?
Oh.
Bro, I wanted this sale. I wanted this sale. So I was like, sometimes, sir, the United States just has to do what it has to do for security. I knew you were a good one, Signs.
Oh my goodness, dude.
It was $500, bro. Well, that's $500. I got a wife and kids, bro. Yeah, my life is different at this stage. Like things are different for me. And you can call me a sellout all you want. I told that story at a family reunion. My Japanese family too.
And speaking
all the older people were like, oh, did you get the sale? I'm like, yep. All the younger people were like, that's sellout. Let me tell you, power to the people. I'm like, listen, young man, you just keep your mouth shut about that. You got kids, you got to feed somebody. All the old people were like, you got that sale.
And I think about selling out back when we were the Chino brothers doing some of the gigs. And we talked a little bit about this too. Just we were making crap money. And this is, by today's standards, the remote fee is where jocks go out to the car dealer and you get a remote fee. You get a couple $100 and you show up, you do a couple call-ins. Hey, what's up? We're out here, blah, blah, blah. Come on down. And then you do that and you get $200. You got to cruise. It
supplements your income. That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. So, and you got a promo team sets everything up after you bounce. They break everything down, everything. But where we worked at, we were the talent and the promo team. So, hey, you guys got a remote over at blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, cool. So the talent fee was $50.
Well, it was $250, but the radio station kept 200 of the $250, and then they'd give us $50, and sometimes it would be $25. Because don't forget, We were called the Chino Brothers. So by all right, you would think that's only one act and you should only pay one talent fee. Like,
I'm thinking of the sales meeting. You're with the client. You're like, oh, hey, there's the Chino Brothers. Oh man, that's so great. Well, you're getting a $2,000 contract to your schedule for a couple months of ads or whatever. Well, can I get the Chino Brothers? Yeah. What's the talent fee? $50 each. I don't know if I can do it. I want to sign that deal, but we'll give you both for $50. You're just like, wait, what? So
dude, I bet you it was more like this: $500. Oh, $500. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Hey, Sketch, hey, Adelaide. Yeah, we got a club for you. Sweet, we got a club. Oh, word, man. I my bill's been getting tight. Cool. All right, man. And then payday comes. It's like, yo, man, I only got 2 talent fees on the month. Yeah, because Adelaide got the other 2 talent fees. Wait, how did Adelaide get 2 of my talent fees? Well, Adelaide, you are splitting a talent fee. That's how we found out we were splitting the talent fee. And let me tell you guys something. I don't give a crap. You got a lot of bang for your buck when you were paying our talent fee. Like, dude, everybody else, I don't give a crap who you were in Tucson. Every single other jock would show up in the company van and then pay an intern to drive the van back. Dude, the new guy used to do this over at KRQ, and he'd pay either an intern or like a part-timer $70 to drive the car back. And of course he could pay him $70 because they got a $300 talent fee in cash. Yeah, it was $300 in cash. That's bro. Right. And these guys were doing 4 clubs a week, bro. 3 clubs a week. Exactly. Meanwhile, me and Adelaide were working, dude, we'd work 2 clubs or 3 clubs a week. Remember, one of us would get $50 and you'd get both of us for $50. Now, not only were we getting both of us for $50, what that meant was you were getting the morning show talent and the overnight talent for $50. And we were also known as a club act. So you're getting pretty famous people for $50.
Now, don't forget, Acid paid you an extra $25 to stay till 2.
Yeah.
And you know what? And we actually had to fight for that too. It'd be like, hey man, come on, chip them off a couple bucks, dude. Yeah, I remember that.
You got paid from Acid though, but
at least $150 or something.
You got paid from Acid because I took the talent fee, and that was, dude. That's how cheap these people were. That me and Adley had to make side deals as friends to make sure that we could pay our bills. Yeah, dude. If we weren't friends, you could have screwed me out of so much money. There wasn't a lot of money, but a little bit of money.
Hey, what about this club gig? I want to say it was called the Wild West. Anybody in Tucson watching? It was the country bar, I guess. And it was like a racetrack where the line dancing would just go around, and the DJ booth was actually in the middle of the dance floor.
Oh, dude, I got this story beat by 1,000 times because I've been thinking about this forever. But let's finish this one. Dude, I don't know why you keep trying to figure out what it's called, because I always just told people we were at Gotham because it sounded so much cooler than the Wild West. And they were the same. It was the same complex.
The same building. It was the same building, but Gotham was kind of on the side.
Yes.
It was all like, high tech and
cool.
And fancy. And it was cool. But we got stuck doing the teen night.
At the country bar.
At the country bar.
Playing hip-hop music.
It was, and they had little stages, remember, by the DJ booth?
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, dude, this is weird. I'm a grown man. But, we're getting paid. So, so whatever. So we'd be out there like, hey, what's up? Hey, what high school do you go to? Woo! It was kind of pulling that stuff.
We were just like impressed that we were working with that entertainment group, because everybody who talked about those promoters, those were like high class promoters. It was a high class entertainment group. And like everybody we DJ'd with were like, dude, but here's the thing. We're supposed to be talking about crappy clubs, dude. That was our like classiest club. We just had a crappy night.
Yeah, but here's the funny part, because when Mike talks about you get your money's worth with the Chino brothers, we're hyping up the crowd. Woo,
you get way more than your money's worth with the Chino brothers.
Mike's all, man, we gotta take it to the next level. And I'm all like, dude, we're at a teen night. What are we gonna do? So we have a dance off, remember? And we're doing the worm, and you're pulling at my shirt, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, dude. And it was It got weird. It got really weird, really quick. But
the kids started sea walking. But then remember, I got so mad. I'm like, I'm gonna make the entire dance floor move to the other dance floor. And you're like, wow, we already got them dancing. I'm like, I just want to see if we can pull this off. Remember, I was just like, everybody to the left floor.
Oh
everybody.
My gosh, dude.
Yeah.
And that was 1,000 kids.
It was a lot of kids.
Yeah, the place was big. It was huge.
But I'm talking about some real gigs. That was just some boo-boo yaya. Me and Adelaide were trying so desperately to be classy in this nice establishment. We would take any gig, and we happened to get the teen night. And I'm telling you, that was boo-boo. Like you're DJing for children that are drinking soda pop, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'm at a high school dance. It is what it is.
And I'm not hating on it. I'm glad the kids had a safe place to go and party and stuff and everything. But it was just it was a weird situation to be in.
Dude, we'd done plenty of teen nights though, so we'd done teen nights, and then at the same time, like, here's the thing, you guys. So it was a really weird life. First things first, we're relatively college student age. Next things next, we had struggled really hard to become famous, and then now you're famous in this town, but only in this town. However, we're not from that town, but there's a lot of people from that town that are famous with us, so we'd call them Tucson famous. Like that car dealer and like, you know what I mean? Like all those people that were on the lawyer commercials and stuff. Mm-hmm. But anyways, so like we would go to junior high schools and sign autographs and throw out candy. It was like just these really weird gigs where it was just like, look, man, we're just trying to make our radio stations bigger because our station never paid for one bit of promotion whatsoever. So the promotion was the Chino brothers. Like we worked really hard, you guys. But I want to talk about crappy clubs. So go ahead, say this sentence because I've been loading this story up.
Let me tell you about one school experience. I do remember. We're at the school. We're going crazy. We're on top of the van in the playground. The kids are going nuts. You know, maybe it was kind of an ego boost too because they probably didn't know who we were. You know, but they're like, no, dude. They would by the end they would listen to my show in the morning, and I was like, your mom and dad let you listen to my show because it was so vulgar. Remember, it was like Howard Stern for Mexicans. I'm like, you're not supposed to listen to that, man. Like I write really nasty jokes, like because I'm the producer, so I'm just gonna make the nastiest show. Yeah, and you couldn't do it today,
dude. That show was racist. That shit, like I didn't like white people at the time.
The envelope.
So I said a lot of mean things about white people. Like I'm not like that now, folks. I mean, I have a lot of Caucasian friends and wife and family and whatnot, but I was then. And then there's these 12-year-olds that were like sketch, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if you ever remember this. Well, there was a kid, and they asked the kids in the class if you could meet anyone, who would it be? And there was this kid at one of these junior highs, and I was the guy. And his teacher called. Yeah, his teacher called. Yeah, so I was like, all right. So then I called him at his school. School. Yeah, I called him at his school. And his teacher put me on speaker, and I told him in front of everybody I was coming to visit. I went down to visit. I brought a stack of CDs, and I guess I didn't look like what he thought I was supposed to look like. Because remember, I had like that weird beard and stuff. And so he was like, "Nah, that's not sketch." I'm like, "No, I am sketch." And he wasn't as excited to meet me afterwards. But I signed a lot of autographs that day. Like our point in saying it is, we had the weirdest. Like it was just a very weird job.
Yeah, and for the kids though. Doing something fun for the kids was cool, though. You know what I mean? That was a fun time. So I shouldn't say it. I don't want it to come off like, oh, we hated it because of that. It was like, it was a great time for the kids.
No.
We'd go out there.
It was just weird. We didn't hate it, though. We liked it, like, because the kids were super nice to us and stuff. And that wasn't the weirdest thing that happened with kids. Adlai rode in a Corvette at a homecoming because we were supposed to be there. Remember, we were supposed to be there to broadcast from the place, and then the homecoming princess asked you to ride in the Corvette with her, and you rode like during the football game. There's Adlai like waving. Like,
oh my gosh, I do remember that. And I mean, I don't know. You do what you're gonna do, but wow. Otis says check your inbox. All right, I'm gonna look right now.
Oh, you might have that pick, dude. Well, here's the thing. Like, I want to get to clubs because we still haven't told you the weirdest thing we did, which was we hired a high school student to work on the radio station with us. We hired a 17-year-old high school student to work on the radio station with us. And then on top of it, well, he wants to be our special guest on Tuesday, Mauricio.
Right on.
But on top of it, we went to the South Side to this high school. We were supposed to be DJing this high school. And we're like, Malik's, pick out the hottest girl in this school. And he did. And me and Adelaide walked over and were like, would you like to go to prom with our friend Malik's? And she was like, yeah. Do you remember that, dude? And then Dave Silva provided a car and we had pre-dinner and everything. I was like, man, this dude is getting hooked up for his prom. Or was it his prom? Yeah, I think it was his prom.
I think so.
We ruined that kid's life.
Wasn't he like, yeah, but Mal, we got to ask him when we have him on next week. But he was 16 when he graduated, though, right? He was really young.
I don't know.
Thank you, Big O. I got it. I'm gonna try to see if I can put this up here now.
Dude, hold on. I want to talk about clubs. I've been gearing up for this story all freaking week.
Please, I want to hear it. I'm excited.
Crappy clubs. Dude, you people watching, you want to know what the crappiest thing, like, dude, we DJ some crappy clubs. I mean, crappy clubs. Now, Adley want to talk about Bugsy's, but bro, think about this. Think about this, okay? And Bugsy's was whack. I'll give you that. I'll even jump in with you on the Bugsy's. But bro, we every week used to go to this club, you guys, called Cucarachas. And at this club, every week we had a bikini contest sponsored by Corona. This is what I thought about when I was getting out of the shower after I knew we were going to talk about this subject.
Oh,
they use the same bathing suits every week. Same bathing suits.
They were like thongs too. They were up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Make these strangers put on bathing suits that someone wore the week before at a nightclub, and like there was no prize. You won the bathing suit, dude. Like you didn't even want to. Like I can understand if it's like $1,000 on the line. There was no prize. You won the bathing suit. That is ghetto. Was there $50 involved?
So. Yeah. So, but here's the funny part too. Remember, we were back there because we had to go on stage, introduce the girls as they came out, and even some girl commented like that, like, "Oh man, you guys use these every week." And the head bartender lady's like, "Oh, well, I wash them. I take them home and wash them." And I'm all like, "Do you? Dude, as a man, Mike, I'm not borrowing your swim trunks. I am not doing it, man. I'll shop at Goodwill all day. I'll buy used stuff, used chonies, used trunks. I ain't doing it, man. Poor girls.
How long did that contest go on for, too? It was like the whole summer. It was like every week, the whole summer.
It was like a long time.
It was a long time. It might have been longer than Tucson. Longer than summer. Summer
some
Tucson.
Funky swim trunks, man. Some funky bathing.
We gotta figure it, dude. We kept them clubs pumping, you guys. Like, believe it or not, I'll put it to you guys like this. Anything I say about the skill is no hyperbole. And if you want to put us to the test, you're gonna lose. Like, I'm not trying to be impolite.
I'm getting turntables. We got to get our Twitch set up so we can start rocking in people's houses.
You know what I'm talking about, dude. Like if we had to light up a club right now today as old men, and you put two young guys against us, it'd be like, bro, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, because I would murder that crowd. I would just be like, bro, watch, I'm gonna teach them Chinese, man. They're gonna start rapping in Chinese just because I told them to. Good luck.
We're going on tour. Look for the Chino brothers on tour.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, I'm not trying to get us to DJ, but like, we got those clubs so lit. Yeah. Now, there was no air conditioning. Those clubs are sweaty. You got a bunch of girls grinding and bumping and da-da-da-da-da. Dude, and there were a lot of, like, nefarious ladies that used to go to that club, too. You know what I mean? Like, those nefarious, the aforementioned ex-girlfriend of yours was one of those nefarious ladies.
Hey, she won the contest too.
You got nefarious ladies, sweat, a Chino Brothers party where we're just starting a freaking militia riot.
Yeah. And
what is going downstairs when they're putting those bathing suits on? Because they didn't take a shower first. Like, that's a yeast infection, dude. That's horrible. That is horrible. Oh, like, bro. It doesn't get more ghetto than that. And like, they thought that was the classy club too. Dude, I'm telling you, it doesn't get much more. Like, dude, come on, bro. Tell me how much more ghetto it gets than that.
Oh man. Well, Bugsy's.
What up, Marcus?
Was pretty ghetto. Hey, what's up, Marcus? Bugsy's was before we were on the air too, remember? And then that was our first gig.
Yeah, our first gig as the Chino Brothers.
Yeah, you were talking about that, right? Did we talk about that last week, or was that off the air?
No, it was off the air, I believe.
Oh, because Andy B was DJing. Rest in peace, Andy B. But yeah, he was just love the guy. Kind of a goofy dude, but he wore, he wore the Hot 98.3 t-shirts. Again, going back to our low budget station, it was the cheapest t-shirt you could buy with the cheap, you know what I mean? It was super cheap. I mean, if you threw it too hard, it would rip. I mean, it was really cheap and stuff. But yeah, he'd be DJing, and they had the thong contest. I mean, Dave Chappelle talked about it, the thong contest. Bugsy's is where it originated because that was our first gig. And the first thing we hosted was the thong contest. Do you remember that?
Yes, because of the Cisco song. That's why.
Oh,
dude, but so I'm there with Andy, dude. So like Adelaide's not really. All right, let me explain. So before me and Adelaide got to this radio station, it was called La Caliente or something like that, right? It wasn't called Hot 98.3. And so like they had these real corny DJs. So it'd be kind of like if you're watching wrestling in the 80s and you're seeing all these corny wrestlers, and then you see Steve Austin come out and you see like Goldberg come out. Like that was our generation. Like we were the grits and grime. The old school guys, they were all like weirdo. Like they all had like corny names, like, Kenny B, so Dada D. Like they all like they try to sound like 1985 rappers. And then Hector Yutzi, he was on there too. And they always talked in Spanglish.
Okay.
Yeah, Hector was. And they always talked in Spanglish, and they played Selena in between like hip hop tracks. When we got there, it was like, oh no, we're playing Dirty South, we're playing Murder Inc. Like it was the height of like good hip hop and like grimy hip hop and dirty hip hop, but club hip hop. But Andy came from the old school. So Andy was like a cartoon character, kind of like a cartoon pretend DJ, but he was a good mixologist. Like he wasn't a bad DJ.
He played the good songs. He knew how to rock the crowd. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But he'd always slap his leg when he was DJing, like he was like at a hoedown or something. And then he'd tell me, Sketch, I let a lot of earwax just, build up in my ear. So that way my headphones aren't too loud. That's what he used to tell me. Yeah. That's what he used to tell me.
Whoa. He was the international playboy, by the way.
Yeah. And that's what did one of us give him that name, or did he give himself that name?
I think he had that. I think he had that already. The international playboy.
Yeah, Andy B. Heavy on the boy, if you guys get where I'm going. But yeah, anyway, so
very sweet guy.
Yeah, real nice dude. So we're there and like we're giving away t-shirts for God knows what reason, because these t-shirts were lame. And Adley gets on the mic and he goes, I just want all you ladies to know that Andy B tried on every one of those shirts. So I'm like, oh, dude, you shouldn't have said that. And so like everybody starts grossing out because Andy B's was supposed to be wearing wore every one of those shirts. Adley's computer just died. He's gonna freak out. But anyway, so we went to Bugsy's, and there was a strip mall around Bugsy's, and there was the bar where Bugsy's was, and it was next to what was the name of that place? The Lucky Wishbone. The Lucky Wishbone. So the Lucky Wishbone was this real weird restaurant in Tucson where you could buy fried chicken and fried steak fingers. And they had like this real corny song to it. But it was greasy. It was dirty. Like for those of you in Pittsburgh, it's kind of like Hook Fish and Chips. If Hook Fish and Chips got a C rating from the health department. I'm talking about the Lucky Wishbone. Because remember how Bugsy's was in that strip mall and the Lucky Wishbone was in the strip mall with Bugsy's?
Yeah.
So anyway, so now we're at Bugsy's, and me and Adley are outside, and we're on the mic, and we're like, hey, everybody get down to Bugsy's. Oh, man, it's popping. It's so popping. I could barely move in here. Adley, man, I'm surprised I could make you for the break. So Adley gets on the mic. Oh, man, so many hot girls down here, blah, 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 blah. People are showing up. There's like 5 people in there.
Hey, do you remember doing the Wildcat House? That was into their early gig too. And speaking, because did you tell them about the van? You had to park the Marty, which is a big antenna that would broadcast from the station. It was a mess, and just be one guy. Nowadays, you use your phone, but this is before that. But we're out there in the van with the mic. Hey, what's up, Wildcat House? Everybody, it's cracking. And you remember the guys driving by? He's lying. Yeah. It sucks. And this is live going out on the radio. You got 50,000 people listening to whatever, and you're just like, and you have to kind of just play it off like, that fool, he can't afford to go in, you know? Yeah. You don't have no money, but he
was telling the truth. It did suck.
Yeah, we inherited the Wildcat House because a week earlier or 2 weeks early, there was a shooting, and I remember even the security guards all, showing us his scars. He's like, yeah, I was there, dude. I took one right here that grazed on the neck. And I'm thinking like, Mike, where are we, bro? But we're getting paid.
But that's the thing, $25. But that's the thing, is it like, dude, do you ever remember the time that, so like we do these crappy clubs. What do you think the worst club was that we did? Like, if you could, do you think Bugsy's literally was the worst club?
I mean, when you say worst, does it mean like they were just not busy?
Like, oh my God, how we ended up here, club. I guess I never felt that way. I was just like, oh well,
it was something. It was something to do.
Yeah.
We're getting paid. I mean, even if a couple people come in, we're chilling and stuff too. But
people are dancing. We're making people dance.
I'm gonna type in the nastiest club we had to do in the comments. Can you type on yours?
No, I can't. And I can't even think what you'd say would be the nastiest club.
Oh, it's more the nastiest gig.
Nastiest gig, dude. Hold on a sec, real quick. Like, I'll say this: we had some dud gigs, but the last gig I saw you DJ was the rock bottom. That was the rock bottom gig. I want to talk about that in a second. So
you go first, because I know which one you're talking about.
My nastiest club, or you want me to talk about the club?
About mine. The one that you're like, oh, poor Adley.
Holy God, dude. Okay, you guys. So I'm out of radio now at this point. I'm living on the East Coast. Adley's still in Bakersfield. I'm like, okay, cool, man. And so Ad's like, yo, man, I'm DJing this club, and then after that we can go to Vegas, because me and Adley were meeting up. We're gonna go to Vegas. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, yeah, dude, I'm spinning at this club. I'm like, dude, you mind if I rock the mic? He's like, nah, that'd be dope. So I'm like, all right, word, man, this is gonna be fun. And the last time Adley and I had DJ'd, we were at an R-Dub event. And Dub gave us like, hey, this is Chino Brothers. And he was trying to, like, I think he wanted to look cool, to be totally honest with you. Like, oh, look, I know these street cats, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a nerd. They're down with me, I'm being honest. I know it sounds mean, but I'm not trying to be mean to Dub.
We're friends with Dub too. We're friends.
Yeah. One of us is friends with Dub. and he has hair on his head. The other one's bald and wouldn't say that. Anyways. So I'm rocking the mic, dude, and like DJ Shoe's there and stuff like that. So like we had a good time. Saul's brother, DJ Shoe.
Oh, okay,
remember he got kidnapped, dude. Remember DJ Shoe got kidnapped in Mexico?
Holy cow, that's right. I remember that. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, Saul had to be messing with some fools, bro, for that to happen. But anyways, yeah. So like Saul was there, DJ Shoe, and like it was a big event, and it was a Saul event too. So I'm like, oh man, this dude knows how to promote. Okay, smash cut to Adley's like, hey man, I'm DJing in this club. So I'm like, okay, cool, man, can I rock the mic? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like the Wildcat House when I saw Dub and like we lit it up. Oh, this is gonna be so dope. Oh my God, you guys. So first of all, I pull up. Oh my fudge. I pull up. It's at a mall. I'm like, what? Why am I at the mall? Like, I have to have the wrong address. Like, this can't be it. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's where it's at. So I walk up, there's this Mexican restaurant. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he's spinning at this Mexican restaurant. So there's a big crowd of people, but it's like Tejano music and like reggaeton, like a mash of like different Spanish music. I'm like, man, Adley's really changing it up, huh? And like everybody's bumping. So I'm cutting through the crowd, getting to the booth. I'm like, man, that booth's kind of high. Dude, there's a lot of cats around. They made me take my hat off. Like, oh man, I don't want any problems. I hope Adley doesn't get bothered by me. I get up to the top of the booth. I'm like, where's Adley? He's like, oh, he's in the other room.
Oh,
dude, I go to this other room. Oh my gosh. I go to this other room, and it was the side hall of a restaurant. Like, like there's like six tables in this mug. Adley has a picnic table with, I don't even know if he had two turntables.
Had one turntable. That's how it got. Like one turntable, one speaker.
You had one.
I don't think he had two speakers. I don't think he had two.
I'm like, my goodness. And then his now ex-wife was sitting next to him the whole time, like just watching him. I'm like, this is the worst gig I've ever seen. Like this is awful, man. You need to stop DJing. Like, don't do this anymore.
Was anybody on my side?
There were some girls Sketch would have made fun of back in the day, but I was hell bent and determined, because I was like, man, I came out here to rock a party. So I was like, all right, fine, man. I'm just gonna pull out the old tricks, because I'm like, old tricks will always work. So I walk over. There's a big group of lovely ladies. We'll just leave it at that. So I walk over, and I'm like, yo, man, and you could tell that they're very happy to be there, and they would like male attention. I'll leave it at that. And they like the way the food tastes. I'll leave it all there, right there. I think that's a good description, right?
Yeah.
Not like Sketch would say back in the day. Oh, that was my old radio name, you guys. But anyways, so I go out and I'm like, okay, you all out for a party or what? Yeah. What's going on? Oh, this is so and so's birthday. Okay, cool, man. So what's your name, sweetheart? Oh, my name is Sally. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna give you a shout out. Oh, my name is Veronica. Can I get a shout out? Okay, cool. My name is Stefania. Can I get a shout? Like all we're trying to get shout outs. I'm like, I'm not gonna remember all your names. Like I'm only gonna remember like 3 names. So whoever are the most 3 important, give me your name. I'll give you the shout out. So I go over. And Adelaide's playing music I haven't heard yet too. That's the next thing, because I wasn't listening to like modern hip hop or modern whatever you want to call it, pop music. So I'm sitting there rocking the mic and I'm like, this one goes out to Stefan or whatever it is, and they're like, yay! And they all get up. And I start like spitting bop 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 da 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 da. And then some weird cat comes up to you at the club and wants to play on your record, like wants to DJ records. I'm like, who is this dude? And he's just some random.
Yeah.
Just some random cat. I'm like, what? You let random people talk to you while you're DJ? And you're like, oh yeah, Mike, this is Henry, whatever his name was. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get this party cracking, man. We got the odds stacked against us. And then your ex-wife's like looking at us like, well, what are you trying to do? I'm like, I'm trying to have a good time. Yeah. And then Oscar came over. He's like, yo, man, you got mic skills. He's like, you got mic skills. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you ever thought about doing some extra clubs? I'm like, bro, I seen this F-word clubs you're putting my friend in, dude. You're not gonna do that to me. Like, you're ruining my friend's talent.
Yeah, what happened
insulting
was
that I'm telling you this story. I apologize. I'm telling you the story if it's insulting.
Well, no, it's cool, because that was kind of towards the end of, because I was like, well, dude, I don't know if you went through this too. You're just like, bad gig after bad gig, you're just like, dude, I'm about to throw in the towel. You know what I mean? Because I know I was capable of rocking a party. I know, it was always fun wherever we went and all that stuff. But yeah, we get this guy. There was certain promoters that would just be like, hey, we're gonna, as you saw, turn a restaurant in the mall into a club. You know what I mean? And it's just like, at some point you're like, man, woo, So
dude, Sal's a good promoter though.
Sal in Tucson.
So here's the thing, you guys, like, if you've never been a DJ or like an act of some form, you don't understand how bad promoters are as humans. So there was that movie, that janky promoter movie that Ice Cube made a couple years ago. If you guys watch it, it's pretty spot on, except that those dudes would be angels compared to the majority of promoters. Like, promoters are just, because they don't have talent. Like, so they can't DJ, they can't rap, they can't do anything. They just happen to know the right people, and usually buy like cocaine. You know what I mean? Like, they gave cocaine to the right dude. Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah, and you think about it, they don't have a club.
Yeah.
They've got an idea, and they can, squeeze a couple DJs out and hopefully try to not pay them or pay them as little as possible. And you know what I mean? So there's things like that. And you're like, a lot of times when you're young and you want to be a DJ, you're like, all right, pay me $50. And if it gets cracking, pay me the extra $50, which you never, ever, ever see that extra $50, by the way, if you're watching, but they will take advantage of you. They do. I mean,
and we're artists too, like, but we don't realize we're artists. You know what I mean? Cause like, we're just like, okay, this isn't really art. We're not playing a guitar or something like that. But like, I'm telling you, I don't care what anybody says. I bet you Adelaide believes it. Oh, Pittsburgh Mom's here. What's up, Pittsburgh Mom? Dude, we got to have her on the podcast sometime.
Okay.
But I want to give her a shout out for showing up hold on, bring that back up, because I'm going to give her a shout out that I can make into a TikTok. Hold on a sec real quick. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Chino brothers on TikTok right here. And Pittsburgh Mom came to watch our podcast this week because she's down. All right, you guys, that's it. All right, now I'll put that up on TikTok, Pittsburgh Mom. Anyways, let me get back to what I'm saying. So like, we don't realize we're artists because we're DJs. So we're like, all we do is play records. But then when you start to like, dude, to this day, I promise you, and I don't know if you've got the balls for it, Ad, but I personally think you and I could take anyone to rock a party.
Oh, no question.
Really? Do you really believe that?
I feel confident that we would turn out a crowd. And I could do it with all No Limit records.
Wow, you're talking crap, bro. Are you being serious or no?
Just kidding. There would be, I'll drop a couple No Limit bangers in there. No doubt about that. No doubt. But would you, looking back, and this is probably you think about this or whoever thinks about it, would you go down that path of trying to be famous? I mean, we're Tucson famous and, known, but would you go down that path again? Would you tell your kids DJing is a great career?
Okay, so that there's like 4 questions there. So like, So going back, would I try to be Scribble or somebody like that? Like, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
or
Yeah.
Kool-Aid? I never liked those dudes. And Scribble was a real nice guy. Did you ever meet that dude, Scribble?
I don't know. I don't think so. In
He was a
Tucson?
guy. Yeah, so he was friends with what was that group? Don't believe the things I seen, far beyond my wildest dreams. Seen chaos and order reign supreme. The Spooks. Was that they're called the
Okay.
Spooks?
Yeah. There was a group called the Spooks. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was friends with the Spooks. We interviewed the Spooks. Me and Paco did, or maybe it was me and Andy B. And they were like, "Hey, Scribble's in town from MTV," and I was like, "All right." And they're like, "Come on, we're going down to see him." I'm like, "Okay." So we went down and hung out with them, but like, I'm just not like, I don't like those club acts, dude. The only club act that I ever met that I really liked was Mixmaster Mike. Like, he was a sincerely nice person, and I guess J Rock's a nice guy. You know what I mean? But like, most of those dudes. I never met the Scratch Pickles. I never met those guys. But most of those club acts, I didn't really like them as people.
Really?
So
I really meet a lot, but
so I couldn't been like a club DJ. Like, I wouldn't. I'm surprised you haven't met a lot more than I have. I couldn't be a club DJ. Like a VJ personality, like that type of thing, like a syndicated radio host or a VJ on MTV. Like, I think that would have been what I wanted. But I'd probably be banged up on cocaine right now and like have a horrible life, you know what I mean? Or like have died already and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. I got you. No, we talked about that too a little bit. If you got too famous.
Yeah. So like,
go?
But as for like what I tell my kids to do, here's the tough part is now turntables aren't as important. But I always thought if I don't have enough money to send my kids to college, I'm going to buy them turntables because that way they can afford to like put themselves through college. Like, that was my idea. It was like, I'm going to buy 1200s. I'm going to give them to my son when he turns 18. And then that's going to be his trade. So I wouldn't have a problem. Nehemiah wouldn't do it because he's too, I don't believe he would do it. But if he wanted to be a DJ or Sachi wanted to be a DJ, I probably wouldn't have a problem with that. What about Cade? If Cade wanted to be a DJ, would you?
If he wanted to be a DJ, but I would probably be the helicopter mom type. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, don't get ripped off. Don't trust nobody. You know, you know what I mean? I'd be very, very careful with it. Because even going back to high school DJing, where did you DJ at most of the times? House parties. You know what I mean? A lot of underage drinking, a lot of, you know what I mean? So it's kind of, you just got to be careful with it. And you're exposed to a lot of stuff that is like, use caution. You know what I mean? We were pretty level-headed, I think, for the most part. But then again, we're probably a couple years older than a lot of people too, coming in, starting like that. So
starting older.
So we came out. I mean, we're already pretty much done with college.
Yeah. Oh man, Adley's bumped again. He's gonna be mad about that computer. I bought him that computer. So yeah, let's see. Pittsburgh Mom says we need mechanics. We do need mechanics. I read somewhere that if kids don't start taking up trades, we're going to run out of mechanics and plumbers. No, I agree with that. I think that it'd be nice. Like, so I try to like sway my son into the trades. Like, I talk to him about like, hey man, HVAC, that's probably a good solution for you. Like there's several things that I try to push him towards, but at the same time, I want him to do what he wants to do. So like, he really wants to play football. And I was always like, Nehemiah, football's, so bad for you, so on and so forth. But he has a really strong arm. And so I'm like, well, I don't want to have him not do it. Dude, we've got to talk to those computer people.
It says the battery's dead, but I can see that it's charging. It's so weird.
Maybe we'll do that tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? You don't leave that battery plugged in?
I leave it plugged in all the time. I leave it plugged in.
Oh, really?
All night, every night.
All night, every night. All right. We got to figure out.
There's two things we got to cover.
Yeah.
Real quick, because already about to hit an hour here. Lollapalooza 2021. Half the shows are still closed. Half the shows, they're coming back, So I wanted to.
I thought Lollapalooza was done. Like, isn't Lollapalooza done? Or like, are they bringing Lollapalooza back?
It's been around. It hasn't stopped.
Oh, it didn't stop?
It has not stopped. And
was it the Warped Tour that stopped?
Vans Warped Tour did stop. That did.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, who's playing Lollapalooza? Go ahead.
I'm gonna pull this up here.
Piss me off.
No, you're not. You're gonna be happy. Actually, look, your favorite band.
I can't read it. I can't read it.
Is it way too small? Let me see.
Oh, there we go. Oh, Foo Fighters.
Yeah, that's your in. And can we do an episode where, don't get me wrong, I'll probably get a lot of heat for this. I don't not like the Foo Fighters, but I'm not blown away by them.
We can do an episode where you bag on the Foo Fighters for all I care.
Or just you've got to show me why they're so good. I'll play a couple songs, be like, okay.
You know what it is?
What is it?
You know what it is? I'll tell you exactly what it is. I thought they sucked too. I was like, this is just more of this like kind of Courtney Love. I'm trying to gain fame off of Kurt Cobain type of stuff. Like that's how I felt. Yeah. Then they put out the Big Me video and it was a Mentos commercial. I'm like, oh man, that was dope. I was like, all right, you got me. Yeah, once they got me, like once it was funny and they're making fun of themselves, I was like, all right, I'll listen to you now. And then like, dude, like Big Me, There Goes My Hero, like that's a great song.
Good songs. Yeah.
Like, I don't like, but are you a rock fan? That's.
Oh, I guess dude, I was in the '90s too. My other stuff was like System of a Down, Linkin Park. I mean, listen to all that stuff in even while working at Hot, just kind of
but you didn't listen to like Everclear. Like when I listened to Everclear, you didn't listen to Everclear. You didn't listen to like the punk bands and stuff like that.
You're the one that got me to Everclear. I remember that. Yeah. They did a show here in Bakersfield. Isaiah, if you're around, I think he might have been there too. But they did a little club gig. It was with that guy Oscar, as a matter of fact. But yeah, it was really cool. Kind of dropped a set there, and I was like, oh yeah, this was one of Mike's favorite bands.
This is weird as crap as a lineup. Post Malone, Tyler the Creator, Miley Cyrus, DaBaby. Dude, I would not go to the show. Journey? That's crazy.
I saw that and I was like, wait a sec, Journey? I mean, this is in Chicago. It's 29-30. So it's a 4 day.
Jimmy
festival?
World, Young the Giant,
Limp Bizkit.
There's like there's some cool bands, and then there's bands that I'm like, dude, I promise you I don't want to see Young Thug. I promise you I don't want to see Playboy Cardi. I promise you I don't want to see
Angels and Airwaves.
Yeah, dude. Is it the real Angels and Airwaves, or is it like?
Must be. Here's who you would like. This is my guess. I think you dig Post Malone. Oh, you're a Post Malone fan, right?
No. I don't, dude. I'm telling you, I'm not a fan of new music. I have a Tyler the Creator skateboard that Brandon bought me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not into new music at all. Like when Mac Miller died, I was kind of like, oh, that guy makes music. Like that's kind of when I jumped off the train. When I was like, bye, bye, everybody. I don't give a crap about your music.
Yeah, and as we get lower and lower here, it's kind of as the names get smaller, the less likely you are to know them. I don't know anybody down here.
These would be the bands that we'd get free stickers for at Camp Radio.
They'd come by the station. We'd have to interview them on the air, and you'd be like, I know nothing about this person, but I'll put on a smile. So, where are you from? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. But it's a music festival. That's exciting, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's exciting because people are going to be next to each other and having fun. But at the same time, like, bro, I'm not a fan of new music. Like, you know what I mean? Like the new music to me is just like, it's not enjoyable. And I know, you're an old man. It's like, okay, cool. You can say that, but the music still sounds like crap.
But yeah, I'm that guy too. I'm just like, I just don't get it. Every once in a while, though, I mean, I'll be like, it's kind of cool, but will it be remembered in 10 years?
Every time I hear something that's kind of cool, it's always an artist that when I tell people about him, I'm like, I don't know who that is. So I'm like, oh man, you've never heard of this guy? Nope, never heard of him. Like, I thought he was popular. It's like, he might be on like circles. Your YouTube. Yeah, exactly. In some circles, but I've never heard of him. So like those are like the newer artists that I think are cool. But even those guys, when I say newer artists, they've been around for 15 years. Like
gosh, what we should look up is how much tickets are, because I mean, Foo Fighters. I mean, dude,
if those and that's the next move. Nope, no, thank you. Nope, not at all.
4 days general admission, $375.
You lost your mind. No, thank you.
Woo.
Nope. Have fun with that.
That's crazy. Well, we'll have to keep an eye out for other shows and stuff. But can we check out the fan art? We're already over an hour. I know it's getting late for you. And
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's it should pop right up here.
There it is. Look at that.
Yeah, that's legit.
Isn't that nice? So Dez made that for us. Dez is an incredible artist. Yeah. So Brandon had bought Dez this new like tablet thing that you could draw on. And yeah, man, Brando texted me that and he was like, "This Dez made this for you guys." I was like, "That's beautiful.
That's really cool."
Yeah, maybe when we get like a real studio or something, we'll have that painted in the back.
Oh, that'd be very cool.
Or if you ever get a lowrider, but you got to get like a piece of crap, like a Pontiac or something like. Not that the Pontiac
Star Chief.
Yeah, you got to get a Pontiac Star Chief, dumped to the ground, and that'll be on the hood right there.
Oh, I dig it. Seats 8
with the devil, with the devil behind it.
Oh, that's great. Oh my goodness! But all right, well, you know what? We can do these TikTok shout outs.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And let's see. Now with the way I've got it set up, we can only do the shout outs, so you're not going to hear the video. Is that okay?
Dude, that video is awful anyways. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's funny. No, that one's funny.
Just kidding. All right, so if I put a smiley face, that means we've already shouted them out. Okay, all right, hold on.
Oh man, this is driving me nuts. Okay.
Open it up. Open it up like you did before.
Okay, can you guys see it?
Yep, there you go.
Ignore the guys talking on the left.
Don't be mad.
Oh, here's here's the little nub I can drag now, so this should be a little smooth.
There you go.
All right.
All right, I replied to that person. I replied to that person, so keep going down.
You did?
Yep. If you see a smiley face, that meant I replied. That's all I do is put but Nate, whatever that is it? Okay, here we go. Ready? Hold on real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, TikTok, you replied to that video where we asked you to give us a shout out, and now we are shouting you out back. Go ahead, Adley.
All right. Big shout out to Nate Moran. That'll be pretty fun. All right.
That'll be pretty fun. Always number one. Boom. You know what I realized from when I watch our other shout backs or whatever you call them, shout outs on the podcast, I realized I wasn't being very cool with every single person. So now I'm going to like make really cool things for each person.
Put some effort into it, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Can we send out a big shout out to Hunter Football?
No, Hunter Football. We already replied to. You got to scroll down and look at the hearts.
Oh, replies. Okay. How about this guy?
Wherever I replied.
Lou Tuxedo. That sounds familiar.
No, we got him. We got Lou Tuxedo. We got him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the guy you met. Nathan. Yeah, because we talked about Nathan. Oh, this one's new.
All right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Joanne Harper. Joanne. Oh my, let's get it.
Joanne Harper? Dude, yeah. Joanne Harper. Oh my, let's get it. Thank you for giving us a
shout
comment on that video. And we're giving you a shout out.
Thank you for tuning in to the Chino Brothers. How about Kyle Pierce? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm making a funny face because didn't we say hi to that one?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm telling you, you got to look for the ones that I replied to.
Because if you didn't, like this one you didn't reply to. Zach Wall, 790. Hi.
Trust me, dude. I don't want to do any extra editing, so I replied to these people.
I don't see a reply though. I don't see replies.
Well, what are you gonna
do? Spooky Ghost Boo. Okay, brother, I see you.
Oh yeah, I definitely know we didn't give Spooky Ghost Boo a shout out like he deserves or she deserves because the Bretta part. That's how I remember. I read it, I'm like, yeah, Bretta. It's a hop of holly right here.
Jack Vadino. Sup? Oh, you already did that one. TikToker. Yes, sir, Mike.
TikToker, non-stopper.
Yes, sir.
Mike. Yes, sir.
Yes, Sam the Cuber. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, Pens.
Hey, this person's name is Hi. Hi. Let's go. Yep. Hi.
Let's go, Pens. Let's go, Pens.
Your boy Austin. Let's go, baby. Wait, I think you were.
We already got your boy Austin. Now we've gotten all of them. We've gotten to all of them.
Now we're good. I'm putting hearts
all
on
new ones. Yep. We gave everybody their shout outs. We're all done.
Did you give
Congratulations.
Beef Smith a shout out?
Yes.
Can you get a hold of Beef Smith?
I already told you that was a Chinese bot. Look at that. I'm telling you, man, we're accomplishing things today like we're knocking stuff off a grocery list. That was a wonderful podcast.
A lot of fun. Always is. But I can tell it's like, yeah, about this time, it's time for me to eat. It's time for you to chill. And it's time to plan for the next one. The next one. What's today? Thursday?
Absolutely. Yeah, dude. So Tuesday's the next one.
So next Tuesday. And if you guys got some ideas, some stuff you want us to talk about too, definitely shoot us a DM.
So Young Malix wants to come on. Young Malix wants to come on Tuesday.
Young Malix. Okay. Let's get
Although, how young is Malix at this point?
He's got to be in
his 30s, right?
Mid-30s? Yeah. And we got it. Should we save Big O? Should we save your picture till next time? Or do you guys want me to bring it up real quick?
Bring it up, dude. That picture was dope.
Okay, ready? I got to take us off here. Let's see. Hold on. The only problem is we can't talk now. Shoot.
Who cares? Let's just look at that beautiful picture.
Look at that.
Who was taking the picture? Who do you think was taking the picture, Adley?
I don't know. That's really that's a good picture.
So if you guys don't know, if you guys can't recognize it, Adley's in the far back. I'm directly in front of Adley looking down. Sean's on the right, Big O's in the middle, and Thomas is on the left.
Okay, and I'm trying to. There's got to be a way to get us be able to hear our audio
while we're looking at the picture.
Yeah, but
that's a dope picture. Where are we? Are we at the Saguaro National Park? Where are we?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I did not remember this picture. When O was like, I still have that picture, I was like, okay, cool. I thought it was a picture of that big A.
That's what I thought. I thought it was A Mountain. Maybe I can pull it up this way. Let me try another way, guys. Real quick, and then we'll wrap it up for today.
All right.
Because I feel like we're getting tired.
I wonder if we've been tired this whole show. I hope this show didn't sound like Boo Boo Yaya.
Dude, they're always good.
I was tired.
But I do admit we're our biggest fans and our biggest critics at the same time. So
might be our biggest fans.
If you think we suck, yeah, we probably do too. We think that we suck too. Right?
I don't know.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, dude, that's dope. Look at that cool picture. I feel 20 years younger just looking at that picture.
Classic.
It doesn't help that it's in black and white though. Like it makes it look like we're a lot older than we. Like back in 1941.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's good.
We were the first minorities in America.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at
Thomas
my attempt
led the way.
My attempt at a goatee. You can kind of see it, I think. Sean. What was Sean's didn't you have a DJ name?
Oh, I can't remember. Dude, I sent him that was the last person in Too Strong that I sent a message to on Facebook.
Oh man.
Was Sean.
Good times. All right.
Dude, if you could pop up in the desert right there and tell young Adley something, what would you say right then? Like you have that. It's like, dude, you have 30 seconds and you just pop up right at that moment. What would you tell him?
Adley, finish your computer programming degree and just get a regular 9 to 5.
Is that what you tell him?
No. Keep doing it. Don't trust nobody. Watch out for Potato Head. He's going to try to rip you off. And
don't trust nobody.
That's a quote from my mom. Hi, Mom, if you're watching, Grandma Cooney. Ale, you no trust nobody. That was going to be the intro to our album, by the way, but then I accidentally deleted the message. Ale, I tell you, you don't trust nobody. Yeah. Still, I bet I wish I saved that voicemail. But why? What would you tell yourself back then?
What would I tell Sketch right there?
Yeah.
I'd be like, first things first, bro. You're going bald. Cut your hair, okay? You ain't fooling nobody. That's first. Next, stop being creepy, man. None of these ladies like this stuff. You're a handsome dude, bro. You can get some girls if you stop smoking cigarettes and stop being so creepy. All right? Now listen to me. Listen. I slap myself. I told you to listen. Then my young person will be like, oh my gosh, this dude slapped me. And I'll be like, don't eat a bunch of crappy food because you're getting a little bit fat, and you're going to get real fat if you don't stop eating all this crappy food. Paco's a criminal. Paco's a criminal. I guess I'm not supposed to be using names.
Dude, that's crazy. But hey, Big O, thank you for this picture.
Yeah, that is perfect, dude. That is really dope. Cool. That should have, dude. I wish we could have some sort of like Chino Brothers something with that, bro. Dude, I was gonna ask you the other day to put up a picture that Hollywood Hennessy had taken of us. Maybe we'll do that next week.
I'll find that. I know where. I'm pretty sure I know where that is. I will get that.
I have a picture of the two of us. We're standing next to these girls, and you're looking at this girl's boobs in the picture, like staring at them. Well, she's wearing a top, you know what I mean? But you're like,
did I do it on purpose, or was it an act?
I think you did it on purpose. No, I think you did it on purpose. I can see you doing it. Like I could see that aged Adelaide. Look how happy we were, dude.
Good times, man. Good times. Oh my gosh.
Were we happy? I feel like we were happy. Dude, we're freaking doing nothing now. We gotta get these people back to their lives.
All right, yeah. All right, we gotta save some for next time too.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks
for sticking around during the breakdowns and all that other crap. But we'll have
to let everybody know when the next one is.
Oh, the next one is Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or
Pittsburgh time.
Yeah, Pittsburgh time, or
6 p.m. Cali time, Pacific. To get specific, make sure you tune in, and you can follow us. There's a bunch of different places. There's
Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. We don't have an Instagram yet.
We have a Twitter
and TikTok. Yeah, dude, I signed it up yesterday. Did you know what we're called on TikTok?
Add me that. Send me that info. Add us.
All right, you know what we're called on TikTok?
Huh?
Los Chinitos Cochinitos.
I thought that we're saving that for OnlyFans.
No, no, our fans are called Chinitos.
Oh,
if you're a Chino Brothers fan, you're called a Chinito.
We appreciate it. And appreciate you guys
on TikTok we're called. Dude, I appreciate that picture. All right, see you guys later. Yeah, and we do definitely appreciate you guys watching us. God bless.
Definitely. Thank you so much.